Hey, you guys, welcome to the broadcast. I'm streaming on Periscope and Facebook Live from the Essential Oil community, the Whole Fit Essential Oil group. And I just wanted to pop on, you guys, and say a quick hello. I actually have to do a super quick Q&A today because I'm here for some meetings in Toronto with some of my fellow high-level leaders here in doTERRA. We're talking about operations in Canada and all the growth coming up. So, hi, Sarah. Nice to see you, babe. So I'm going to head downstairs in about 10 minutes, but I just wanted to pop on and say hello to you guys. I'm actually at the Four Seasons in Toronto. I want to show you guys the beautiful view. It's a gorgeous day. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Josie. Check out this view. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of fog, but it's just such a beautiful view of Toronto. I don't know how many of you have been here before. Pretty awesome. They're actually filming a movie downstairs. Here in Yorkville, they do a lot they film a lot of movies here actually. So the streets are commonly closed down, and so I'm gonna go see who's in town after my meetings later. Hi, Jenny. So, all right, let's get started. I'm sitting here in my hotel room. I actually took the train in. Hi, Ashley. Long time no talk. I actually took the train in early this morning. I left London around 6 o'clock because I wanted to check into my hotel early and do my morning power session. I don't know how many of you own your own business and perhaps feel like you could use a little bit of help in the time management department. My one piece of advice for you, and I actually have a question that somebody hey, Danielle. I have a question that somebody wrote in that I'm going to answer today live, and I appreciate the questions you guys have been posting. Some of you have been tagging me on Twitter at Hey Whole Fit to give me questions for the weekly Q&A. So I have a really good one today that I know will help a lot of you, and it does revolve around time management. So I'm not going to take live questions right now today because I have a really good topic for you guys. So save your questions for next week because I only have a little bit of time today. But one of the things I wanted to share that I do is at least one 60 to 90 minute power session every day where I'm super focused, where I'm not multitasking, and I just get what I need to get done. And then whatever else I get done at the end of the rest of the day is like bonus. Now, sometimes if I'm working, I said 60 or 90. Sometimes if I'm working a full like 8-hour day in my home office, then I will do multiple power sessions like this where I will be very focused for an hour, and then I'll get up and do some laundry, or I'll go make a tea, or I might go to my downstairs gym and do a quick workout, something to really kind of shake up and move my energy so that when I come back, I'm fresh and I get what I need to get done. Here's why this works. Because how many of you tap the screen if you're a mom with young kids and you are building a business? Tap the screen so we can all like send you some love, because you are up to some big things and you're trying to do a lot right now in your life, right? I just reminded you need to do laundry. Sorry about that. So here's the thing. I love moms who are going after it in their life because they only have these little windows of time where they can like create noise in their life and get up to bigger things and start to really work on their vision and build a business that's going to bless their family down the road. And I really feel like anything you can get done when your kids are little is like icing, like good for you, right? But here's the thing that all mom business owners know. They know they've got to build their business during nap time. They know they've got to either get up a little bit earlier, or they only have that 1 hour nap, or they might stay up until midnight when their family goes to bed. And that's it. That's the only time they have to do it. And guess what they do? They do what is most important. They are modeling for all of you. Yeah, nap time hustle. They are modeling for you how to be a successful person in just a little bit of time. I would like to challenge you guys to take a look at your week this week and think about how effective you could be in 1 hour versus the 6 hours you might think you're working right now when you're actually not really doing much. Because the reality is sometimes if we don't get into action and focus on like even just one thing, getting that one thing done, or maybe it's following up with 10 people and that's it, those are always good things to be doing because that's what's driving your business forward. And the reality is, if you're not taking action on the things that are moving your business forward, then it's all up here. You're always thinking about all the things that you should be doing and it's stressing you out, and then that actually makes you feel as though you were working when you are not, right? Is this landing? Because the power hour, some people will get up first thing before anyone else in the house gets up. Some moms who are building their empire, they will do it during the nap time hustle. Regardless, pick a time every day where you are like in your genius, where you know you're firing on all engines. For a lot of people, including myself, this is right after a workout. I get my best ideas when I'm clear and when I'm moving my body. I do that every day around noon. Okay, so I wanted to offer that up for you, and then I'm going to open up a question. You guys see it, my nose? I'm going to open up a question that I won't say her name. I'll keep it anonymous, but I'm going to read you guys her question because I know a lot of you here are building your own business. Many of you are building an essential oil business with doTERRA. That's probably why you're here, because I do this group mentoring every week. And I didn't even introduce myself at the start because I'm just like motor mouth right now. I don't have too much time, but my name is Ange Peters, and I'm a holistic health and business coach. I'm a presidential diamond with doTERRA, and I come here every week to offer guidance, and I love your questions. And so this week I wanted to address one that was emailed to me, okay? So I'm going to read this out. Hey Ange, I'm a gold leader with doTERRA, and I've been watching and loving your Periscopes. Thank you so much for sharing your bright spirit and amazing free mentoring with all of us. I'm not on your team, but I so appreciate hearing from other leaders in doTERRA to get multiple perspectives, and I admire you very much. Thank you, that's so sweet. I'm writing because I feel like I'm drowning lately. I remember you saying in one of your scopes that you think the hardest rank to reach is gold and blue diamond, and I would actually also add to that premier. For those of you that are building a doTERRA business, you know that premier, gold, and blue diamond are when the structuring really gets a little bit, in need of your attention. You need to be very aware of your volumes and where your leaders are, if you have them, right? So anyway, yes, she is right. Gold is, in my opinion, the toughest rank, because a lot of people will get to premier by just blasting it and doing and really growing the business on their own. Okay. It made me feel better to hear this. I'm a struggling gold with only one true business builder, and many leaders who think they are builders, but in reality their actions are a lot more like sharers. That is okay, of course, but they don't realize it. I'm struggling to manage my time with a team of over 700 people and not enough leaders on my team who aren't doing everything they can to support their team. Tap the screen if you resonate with this. How many of you are in a situation where it's like, oh, if only the people on my team would act like a leader and step up and do the things a leader does, my job would be so much easier, right? So I totally get this. We all feel this in our businesses with usually at least one of the legs that we're working with, right? So she said, the majority of my time is spent on the phone mentoring these people on my team. So notice what happens. She's having to do all of the mentoring on her team because she doesn't have leaders who are rising up. And she said, while I love mentoring, it ends up eating the time that I should be spent in contacting and enrolling and teaching my own classes. And I miss this. It then makes me resent mentoring people who think they are builders because they know I'm helping them. Whew. Okay. Let me just say, if you have not experienced this yet in your business, you absolutely will. And I want to lay down a couple of truths and some advice if you're in this situation, okay? So number one, we cannot expect anything of anybody in a business model such as network marketing. The reason is, this is where leadership exists, not management. So when we know that, unfortunately, people don't have to show up for their business. And people quit on themselves and their business all the time. And you cannot stop that. You are not here to motivate your team. You are not here to inspire your team. That is not your focus. You don't want to just focus on trying to motivate and pull people all the time into this path. What is your number one role as a leader? I want to hear your thoughts before I offer mine. I have said this before. What is your number one role as a leader? What does it mean to be a leader? Thank you, Ashley. Develop ourselves. So what this journey is for all of you who are building a business is a journey for you, just you, to be your best self, to invite those on your team who are interested in doing that for themselves. That's it. You lead by example. Yes, I love that. Success equals self-improvement. You never get to the next level without taking ownership of your own results. This is a very important thing to understand because, like I said, you cannot expect anything from anybody. And in fact, when somebody says to me they're going to build the business, awesome, I'm cheering you on, that is so great, but I don't expect you to do it. And in fact, I won't be surprised when you stop doing it. Because the reality is, things start to get a little bit tricky in this business when you realize that, you know, it's a business. It takes work. You have to keep growing yourself, and you have to develop a strong strength in your belief and you know, have a high resistance to quitting. Really, you do. And I mean, I love network marketing because it is a complete equalizer. So for those of you that are very interested in developing yourself and being your best and showing up in our world as the best version of you, if that's what you're committed to doing, you're going to do so well here. But sometimes people, they get stuck along the way and they quit on themselves and they have to take a step back. And what we need to help people do is practice taking a time out without quitting. So coming back to what I wanted to basically speak to here was, number one, you take ownership of yourself. And with that, that means you almost imagine that your team is not going to do a single thing. Because the right people will. They will always step forward. They will continue to be in growth. Some will need to take a pause from time to time, but they come back. They don't quit, okay? Now, here's the second piece of this puzzle. What is mentoring? Why do we mentor people? I was actually having this conversation this week with a couple of my girlfriends who are on my team, on my front line. So mentoring is this interesting thing that we've created in our business. And I would like you to ask yourself how effective this time is being for you. And I don't want to name names. There is a presidential diamond in doTERRA that she started a whole conversation in this Facebook group this week with other blue diamonds and presidential diamonds. And she wrote this post saying in capital letters, "For the first time in a long time, I feel free." And you know what she stopped doing? She stopped doing mentor calls. Because you know what she missed the most in her business as a presidential diamond? She missed what we do. She missed enrolling people and sharing the oils and teaching about the oils. And as a presidential diamond, she was not feeling good. She was not feeling well in her body. She was burned out because all week long, she's pouring into people that aren't just doing the simple things to grow their business. And so the thing is, mentoring, I think it's very helpful in the beginning. When you are first starting your business, it is such a gift to be able to have some phone time with somebody who has built their doTERRA business and has gone down the road that you're about to go on. In fact, I think you're super fortunate if you get that offered to you. And I'll tell you one other truth. You will rarely meet a presidential diamond leader in doTERRA that had mentoring. Most people who are successful in this business, they go for it regardless. They were going to do it anyway. They didn't need somebody to hop on a phone call with them every week and tell them how to, you know, how to not quit on themselves or how to sample or how to teach a class. I mean, all these things, like Marie Forleo says, all these things are figure outable. Okay? So I want to share with you what my current system is. Number one, I want all of you to stop mentoring people who come to your phone call looking for some kind of a motivational, emotional crutch session. That is not what you're here to do. That is incredibly draining, okay? Incredibly draining. It'll burn you out and you'll actually resent your business. So what I want you to do is I want you to message these people this week and let them know that you are here to cheerlead. You're so excited for them and for their growth. And I want you to think about how you're going to start qualifying people for your time. So maybe this needs to be some kind of a mentor form that people complete before they have a call with you to let you know where their head is at in their business and that they're in action. Your one-on-one time that you give to people is your most valuable resource. You do not want to be giving that out to people just so they can have a quick check-in every week. I did this with my frontline weekly for about 1.5 years, and then we moved to monthly. And now we're really at a point where I honor the leaders that they are. I know that we don't need to have this scheduled time every week or every month. So now I have a form that they complete when they feel that they're needing a tune-up, when perhaps they're going for that next rank goal. We'll discuss that because they're in action and growth. They don't need to check in with me every week or every month, about those things, because that's just the type of leaders that they are. I mean, my qualifiers are all platinums or above, right? So they're in complete ownership of their business. And we talk, we text, we Facebook, we've got, I know a lot of you have these Facebook groups and you pour a lot of value and content into them. I do the same thing. In fact, I've created these hubs on my team so that everybody feels very supported. So the one thing I just really want to speak into your hearts today is the importance of protecting your energy and your time. And know that this business, if you're building a doTERRA business, this is actually the most beautiful business in the world, because you have a product that can truly help people, and that, once people start using, they feel better in their body, they show up in our world in a bigger and better way. Love you, Ashley. And, when you start to feel something is draining you in your business, crack that open. Figure out what's going on. Are you giving too much of yourself to people? Where do you need to create more boundaries? And I can tell you that it's something I'm always checking in with. Every couple of months, I look at my calendar, I look at my commitments. I actually do this every Sunday for the upcoming week. I look at my week and I think, how's my energy feeling here? Because I know that if I am not operating at a higher level, if I'm feeling drained, I can't serve the world in the biggest, best way that I want to. And if I'm able to do that from a higher place, I know that that's inspiring the leaders on my team that are going to do the same, right? I feel really passionate about this, and I want you to consider that, if you own your own business, you own your own business. There is no script. There's nothing you have to be doing in your business. So if you feel as though doing mentor calls with people every single week just because you see that other leaders do it, if you feel like that's not getting you results and not really growing your team, then stop doing them. Stop doing them. Take a break from them. Come back and implement some kind of a system for your team to use so that when they are truly needing that mentor call with you, they're completing something, some sort of questionnaire or a form or something, so that when you have that call, you can really stay focused on what's going to continue to grow them and their business. Okay, so, take some time with that today. Ask yourself how effective your calls have been going. There's nothing wrong. Hi, Em. There's nothing wrong with being a loving ear for your team, but you have to practice the art of effective mentoring. And effective mentoring is helping to bring that person back to the path of growth. So you can listen, you can, empathize with people and where they're at, but you have to be able to manage your time so that when you are on a call with somebody, oh, Tracy, you are the best, seriously. When you are on a call with somebody, it is completely focused on growth, on what they're doing in their business. You're a guide. And if you're a mentor to somebody, congratulations. That means that you are somebody who have had success in some way in your business, that now you can teach that to somebody else. But you should only be giving that to people who are in growth. And it's okay for people to not be in growth too, right? In doTERRA, we have well over 80% of the people in doTERRA have actually never enrolled a single person. They just love their oils. And some people really love the idea of building the business and sharing the oils, but they're maybe not quite yet at the stage where their belief in themselves is high enough to actually be the face of their business and get out there. And it's not up to you to fix that for them, okay? They need to be committed to their growth. And so what are your thoughts on this? I see a lot of hearts and comments, and I think this is a topic we need to really, this represents a lot of things in life. Sometimes we're doing things just because someone else did them, or you read in a book that that's the way you're supposed to do things. And the best thing you can do for yourself is be somebody who honors your intuition what is coming up for you in your business, learning. Did you, Sarah? Hey, Sarah, while you're on, I'm going to hop off really quick, but what advice do you have on this topic? So you just led a training on this. I bet you're seeing this in your team as well. And Sarah is a Presidential Diamond, and doTERRA also has a very large team. I love her. We're like doTERRA sisters. So I love your advice on this topic, Sarah. I think, you know, it's just, you know, my personal approach now, I still, my favorite thing in this business is enrolling people and connecting with the oil, connecting them to the oils and welcoming them onto this journey. Sarah said group mentoring. Yes. So that's a very effective thing. You know, think about where you can move your one-on-one time to be more group focused. That's a great strategy. But, you know, I love sharing the oils. I never want to not have time to do that, you know, and, all of you are going to experience this at some point if you don't crack this open right now. Hey, Kirsten, so awesome to have you on too. Kirsten, we've got another Presidential Diamond in our oils group. Kirsten is one of my business besties in doTERRA. She's in my upline. So she said this is a hard one. It can feel so personal. Don't want people to feel like she's firing them. So it's a gentle conversation if you've been mentoring them for a while and you want to shift out of it. Totally. And I have found that having some kind of system in place where your questions prompt their response to be focused on the actions they're taking, right? It's all about the right questions. So, you know, I find that with some kind of a system in place, people are less likely to book a call with you if they know that they're not in action, if that's kind of the new precedent you position when it comes to your time with your calls. So I don't know. I just want to circle back before I hop off, and I do have to go in about 2 minutes. But this Presidential Diamond leader I was sharing about has this beautiful heart for sharing the oils. She's super creative, and the energy in her post when she said, "I feel free. I feel excited that I'm able to just keep focusing on the things that I love in this business, and I forgot what I love, you know," and I was reading it and I just felt this lightness in her energy. And I know that her team is going to be better served with her focusing on what lights her up as a leader. That's what we want duplicating. I don't want mentor systems duplicating on my team if they're not working. What I want working is leaders who are lit up and on fire about their business. That's what I want duplicating, because, you know, that's what we're doing this for, right? No one signed up to be a counselor here. So anyway, thank you guys for joining live. This was completely business focused today, I know, but I wanted to respond to this email because I know a lot of people do deal with this. So take a look at where you're giving your time and who you're giving it to, and think about what other structures you could have in place, and know that this is a simple business. This is a super simple business. You share the oils, you share your personal experiences with people, and you help them get connected, and you welcome them to your community, and you repeat over and over and over and over. And that's what we do. And we love it, right? So anyway, I gotta go, you guys. Thanks for joining live. So nice to see all my favorite people in doTERRA on here today. Thanks for joining live, you guys. I'll post this up on YouTube after. Bye.